What's going on? What up? What up? What up? What up? So we got my number, what, 7 video? Uh, and this number 7 video is another Hood Chronicles. Um, already did one. This the second one. Uh, and this Hood Chronicles is basically gonna be the same thing, kind of like the same thing. I mentioned before about being in a situation where a woman is involved, and I look back at my video. And I said that, you know, uh, you probably ain't gonna understand if you ain't from the hood, but I retract that back because, it made me think about my favorite movie, Troy. Uh, if anybody watched Troy, we already know like that one, that Troy, that war that started, like it's a famous story. I watched the one that has Brad Pitt in it, but it's a famous story that's talked about a lot, with the Trojan horse. And what started that war had to do with two men fighting over a woman. And so it's a common thing. That's not hood. They wasn't, in the hood, but it's a common thing that happens a lot. All right. Even with Rosewood, if you ever seen Rosewood, it started off with that, that woman who lied and said that the man raped them or whatever. So I retracted back, but it's, a lot of the other stuff, the components in it makes it a hood story because it's in the hood. But I just retract what I said in that other video saying that, if you ain't from the hood, you might not understand. But, there's some other people that understand. So to the story. Um, so it was me and my two homeboys, and I don't know, I can't remember the whole backstory behind it. But what happened was this girl that he was dealing with, her cousin basically was trying to come over and check him about something. Like I said, I can't remember exactly what it was, but they came to our neighborhood. It was like 4 cars deep. Like I ain't gonna lie, they were deep. Like it was a bunch of them that jumped out the car, and we was sitting in the yard, and they was, talking and stuff like, talking like, come out to the road and stuff like they was just gonna, they wanted to fight. I they was talking some one-on-one stuff, and it wasn't even the cousin, it was somebody else talking like, fighting or whatever, but we already knew it wasn't gonna be no one-on-one. And, you know, we just sat there, we talked. We ain't like was, doing all that yelling and stuff like that. It was, it is what it is. Whatever y'all want to do, y'all can come in the yard and y'all do it, but they ain't want to step foot in the yard, So they kept on talking, and we just sitting there listening because we knew that, like I said in my other video, like we stay in a big neighborhood, so it's not just we. It's not, we wasn't the only three. We got a whole bunch of people too, and they was on their way. The plan was for them to, pull up and trap them or whatever. So we was just stalling time basically. So we were just sitting there just waiting, just letting them talk. And we were like, I forgot the conversation or whatever. But I think they kind of like figure out what was going on to the point where they left in a rush or whatever. And as soon as they left out, that's when, our people had pulled up. So now they know where we stay and know the area and stuff like that. So it was like, hey, let's go ahead and, handle this situation. So we get to driving. He called him back. He was like, hey, where you going? Come on back or whatever. They were like, no, meet us over here. Meet us over here. So, we went to driving, and for some reason we end up closer over where I stay at now. I didn't stay in the neighborhood anymore, but we end up getting close to where I stayed on another part of the east side, and we noticed that somebody was following behind us. So we thought that it was probably them because they was following us, and I was like, make two rights, because I used to watch those movies and stuff. I was like, man, make two rights, and that we'll know that this person following us. So we made two rights. Boom, car kept following behind us. We were like, man, who is that? That got to be them. You know what I mean? So we was like, speed off and we're gonna get far in front of them to the point where we just gonna jump out the car and then just start shooting inside their car. So oh so like I mentioned before, I had a pistol and a shotgun, so we had both of that. Me and the other guy that was with me, we had I can't remember, I had my shotgun and he had my pistol, but it was both of us that was gonna do it. I can't remember where the other car was at that was with us. But we was like, all right, they following us, take off, drive forward, and then jump out and then just start shooting the car and they car, when they pulled up. So we drive up, drive fast, boom, stop. Man, goddamn, my homeboy jumped out the car. And right when we start aiming, somebody screamed, wait, 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 wait. I think I know who that is. So we hesitated and we let the car come up, and then come to find out the person was somebody that was related to the driver. And basically I guess they found out it was some woman, and a guy. They knew what was going on, and they was trying to stop the driver, from doing what we was about to do. So they was following us. I don't know how, like I said, I don't know how they knew, but they was following us, and like I said, they stopped when they pulled up. We was like, damn, we thought it was the other guys, and we was about to, go ahead and shoot up in the car. Uh, but luckily it wasn't them, and luckily they knew who it was, and we didn't shoot into that car, you know, because that would have been definitely tragic. Uh, if we was to shoot up in that car and the person that was driving, that was his people, you know, because somebody that his people could have died. Like we saying in the military, that would have been friendly fire, and ain't no coming back from that. You know, definitely going to jail because we talk about in the neighborhood, in the hoods, and ain't no snitching and stuff. Well, we know that he was gonna, say something about it. You know, that's his. I think it was like his sister or something. It was two ladies and a guy. So somebody was liable to tell. Um, and because of that situation, it gave us a breather. You know, uh, just like I mentioned in the other video. Sometimes you need that breather to really like sit back and think. You know, do you really need to do this? And that gave us that time to take a breather to where, like, I guess the other guy was avoiding us because the location that he was telling us, it wasn't the right location. And by that time, after all that stuff happened, we kind of like cooled off and we said bump it. We ain't gonna do it unless they end up coming back over. So I call this God's graces because like I said, that could have been a bad situation where if one, if they wasn't following us, say if we did we was to dang shoot and kill the those guys, ain't no telling how that would have came out in that area that we was in. The main thing is ain't no telling, like, what would have happened if we would have shot, the guy that was driving relatives. Like, that would have been a bad situation. That would have, like I said, it would have been on my heart because, like, I'm a conscious person to where, like, I ain't trying to, like, hurt none of my people. Like, I was nah, I ain't gonna lie. I was a person that I ain't care about, other people that try to cause harm to my own people, but I didn't want to cause no harm to my own people. Like, that would be heartbreaking that I shoot somebody I know, sister or brother or whatever the case may be, and then I end up going to jail for it, because it would have been on my heart heavy. So uh, I thank God that things happened the way it did to where I end up not going through with it, and or the guy, whoever, I can't remember who it was, said, don't hold up, I think I know who it is. I'm thankful that it happened the way it did, because like I said, it could have went down a whole nother way. And I do I do remember, thinking about it, while I was in the car, because I always, like I said, I'm a thinking person. I'm going to always think and consider, like, is this what I want to do? Is this how the best way to do it or whatever? So I do remember, thinking about it. Uh, and as always, in situations like that, it's like, man, I'm down for my people. Anybody that's trying to cause harm, I'm always gonna be down for them or whatever. So it's like, it is what it is. But at the same time, you don't want to dang, like I said, you don't want to make no mistakes, you know, because things can always go sour whenever you let off shots in the open area like that. You know, you can easily kill an innocent bystander. And like I said, I'm a conscious person. Like, I don't want to do none of that stuff. I'm like, I felt like Scarface felt, you know what I mean? Scarface was a cold-blooded murderer, a killer, but when it came to, like, them kids, like, he told them ain't no kids, man. Like, he had some type of moral and, like, some type of conscience of not just being pure evil, so it's like, that's how I look at it, man. Like, I don't want to do something that I'm gonna regret, because it's gonna be on my conscience, and it's gonna be heavy, especially, like I said, if it's an innocent bystander, somebody would have got hit, boom, uh so I'm thankful for God in that situation, for letting that guy say something, and me not, end up doing some time, and being on my conscience that I killed somebody that um somebody loved one that I know that's close to me, you know. Uh like I said, in my other video, in the other Hood Chronicles, some people don't understand, or some people try to um look at people like that be doing all this stuff in neighborhoods, and try to, look at them as, morally bad, just all messed up and stuff like that. Um, but when it comes to like stuff like this, like if you gonna judge people that's out here, you know, basically like going to war, like in neighborhoods, like you have to judge people that go to war for countries and stuff like that, because it's the same thing. Like I said, that movie Troy, like that situation is something that goes down all the time. A guy is offended, and now you going to war. Behind that, and and history, people don't say, all right, this king should go to prison for the rest of his life because of that. No, they don't say this soldier got to go to the prison for doing what he did. No, but you take people in the neighborhood who's having beef and stuff like that, and they get to shooting and killing and stuff, and people die behind this stuff, and they be like, oh, you breaking laws and stuff like that, and you got to. It's like it's kind of messed up. Like I really truly feel like it's messed up. Um, I don't think that people pay attention to those that like, cause this is who I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to folks that's like me who's protectors. It's a lot of people out here who are like soldiers, who have a mind of soldiers, like no different than people that go to defend their country. You got people that's gonna defend they friends and their family and stuff like that whenever they feel a threat. So you can't judge these people for doing that. Now it's a difference if you just going out here just killing people, what I mean, just to be killing folks. Like I don't agree with that. But, I understand that, you can be a person that's in a situation where you are a protector, and you just, do what a protector do, and that's, stand your ground uh and protect your people. So I know it's, in my situation, I'm not in jail, you know, and I know there's probably, like I said before, I know it's probably somebody that went through the same situation like me that might be in jail right now, serving time because of that situation. And I'm just here to just say, man, like, God don't hate you. You're not alone. Uh, God understands, but of course, as time progresses and I grow, and I learn that, that's not the move. Uh, there's better ways you can handle things. You know, uh, and sometimes in the heat of the moment, you make those quick decisions like that. Like I said, I was fortunate enough to get that time to blow it off and not do it. But you have some people that be caught in the heat of the moment, and then they do it, and then they end up getting time. And these people are not evil people. These are people that just was trying to, take care of their people and defend their people. No different than King David killing, Goliath, So um I feel like we have to stop judging, people like that, man. We gotta stop judging these people, these protectors like that. And to those that's in prison, behind that, God still love you. Uh, God understand, and just we living in a time where of Christ, where you got to be more gracious, more loving, more kind, trying to be more understanding to situations, to where like now, in situations like that, I have a little bit more discernment to know, like, this ain't worth it. Don't kill each other over this stuff. Like we need to, really sit down and really talk about this stuff because that situation that they was in, like it wasn't that big. It wasn't like my homeboy hit her, beat her, or anything like that. It was just something small, maybe something somebody said or something like it wasn't that big of a deal. So it's like, man, why somebody got to lose their life for that? Like, but God did save me in that situation, and I'm thankful. And I'm sorry that there are some out there that haven't or didn't get that opportunity. There's some people that done lost their life behind situations like that. I'm pretty sure there's people that lost their life. So, I'm sorry for those that have lost their life and those that have that just end up just serving time, man. Uh, keep your head up and stay focused on God. And to those that's like me, uh that was fortunate enough to not go through a situation or have did it and then get caught, man. Look out for people, man. Don't take your situation for granted, man. You know, God, when God give us this grace, and we just out here just still living for ourselves, man, is wrong. You know, you need to take this opportunity to show that grace to those that got caught and that's in jail, or those that end up dying. You know, be a voice for those people. That's sometimes God spares for that. You know, so you know, I hope this reach. Well, I ain't gonna say I hope. I know God put it on my heart to share this story because there's somebody out there that's going to watch this video that it's meant for. So I hope you take this. I know you're gonna take this message that I'm gonna get that I'm giving to you, and man, run with it, man. All right, love you. Feel free to make comments or whatever, or reach out. It's always love over here. Peace. I don't even know why I said that. Peace.